Hello students, we have already discussed in detail about product and even we discussed about pricing. We know that price is the exchange value of goods or services in terms of money. It means price is nothing but what the seller feels a product is worth in terms of money. So, in case if you are offering a product, if you feel that it worth rupees 40, that 40 itself indicates price. It means you felt this is the worth in terms of money for your product. So, particularly not from your viewpoint but from the viewpoint of buyer. So, that's why price is a product or price of a product or service is what the seller feels it is worth in terms of money to the buyer. So, pricing is nothing but an exchange value of goods or services in terms of money. We have already discussed about pricing methods and even pricing policies, and even pricing objectives also. So today we will concentrate on what are the factors which influences pricing decision. The first one is objectives of business. So we know that what exactly your objective, whether your objective is short term or long term. So whether you want to grab more market share or to earn more profit or to achieve so much growth, what exactly is your objectives. So depending upon that the price changes. Try to understand. If your objective is so much long term, not short term, so definitely you will not fix such a huge price, because you want to, at last the main objective is you want to sustain your activity for a long period of time, for an infinite time period, isn't it? So if you want to stay in the business environment for a long period of time, you should be very much careful while fixing the price. So this is how objectives influences pricing. Then the competitive environment. Your product is in perfect competitive market, or your product is in imperfect competitive market. Usually we won't find perfect competitive market. So anyway, so in case if it is your product is in perfect competitive market, you need not worry so much about pricing. But in case if it is imperfect competitive market, so anyway something is in your hand. Try to understand, something is in your hand to decide about the price. So in which competitive market your product is in, so that also influences pricing decision. Then product and promotional policies of the firm. So you cannot fix the price just by taking into consideration what a seller can offer, seller can pay for your product, but you need to take into consideration what type of product that you are selling, and at the same time what is your promotional policy. So in case if you are not offering a good quality product, if your promotional policies are so much weak, you cannot fix a very high price. At the same time, you cannot say that, or you cannot show that you are utter failure in product decision or utter failure in promotional activity. So such things are not acceptable. So the reason for your failure may be the pricing decision, but the reason for a failure should not be the product and promotional activity. So that's why you should take into consideration the product and promotional policies of the firm while fixing the price. What type of product you are offering? Your product is low qualitative product, then you cannot fix a high price. If your product is highly qualitative, definitely you need to fix a price. So you made use of such a promotional tool which are not that much costly, then you need to fix less price. You made use of such promotional policy which cost you more, so definitely you need to fix very high policy. So this is how product and promotional policies of the firm influences pricing decision. Then nature of price sensitivity. To what extent your price for your product is sensitive to various factors. So we will consider to what extent price of a product is sensitive to demand and supply of a product. But in addition to that, there are n number of factors that also influences pricing decision. For example, to what extent what is the degree of change in preference of customer. If you consider that, definitely you need to fix the price taking into consideration that factors also. So just by taking main factors, you cannot fix the price. What are all the additional factors which influences pricing decision, that also to be taken care of, such as variation in behavior, consumer behavior, variation in effectiveness of marketing effort, then the nature of the product, then importance of after sales services. All these aspects should be taken care of while fixing the price. Then next factor is conflicting interest between manufacturer and intermediaries. So is there is any conflicting interest exists between manufacturer and the intermediary. If yes, you must take so much care of while fixing the price. Then you know that price is a routine decision. So it was taken before also, you are going to take such decision in future also. That's why what was the pricing policy so far, that should be taken as a base while fixing the future at present and even in future. So then to what extent non-business groups are having control about price of your product. For example, so you know that being a marketer, if you introduce a new product and you fix a very high price and government felt that it is not correct on your part to fix such a high price, so government may interfere. Try to understand. This is what non-business groups interference in price fixation. At that time, you cannot fix so much price. Try to understand. So if so much interference of non-business groups are there with regard to your price for your product, so definitely you must take care of it before fixing the price. So these are all the various factors which influences pricing decision. One is what is your business objective, in what competitive environment your product is in, what exactly your product and promotional policies, to what extent price of your product is sensitive to main factor as well as additional factor, is there is any conflict of interest exists between you and the intermediaries, what is the routine pricing decision taken so far, is there is so much interference of non-business group is there in fixing price for your product. So all these aspects should be taken care of while fixing the price. So this is all about factor influencing pricing decisions. Remaining we see in next class. Thank you.